there, it's Emily from emilyarons.com, and I was just sitting here writing up some notes, and I wanted to just quickly share them with you because one of the things that I've been really playing with energetically is this feeling of utter connectedness and really kind of opening up to just infinite connection. So part of that connection and that idea is first realizing that all of this life is all just a silly illusion. Like literally, this 3D bag of skin suit, rental, this video, my house, like everything is all an illusion. And if you've ever done any dream work, meaning like lucid dreaming, if you've ever done any lucid dreaming work or read books on lucid dreaming, it's actually kind of funny and also kind of confusing because as you learn about lucid dreaming, you're like, wait, but this is also life. Like it's all interwoven. So some of the notes that I was writing this morning was about how, you know, we are literally made up of the same exact particles as the stars, as the ocean, as all plants, animals, minerals, like literally the same exact things. And so the first gift that we get when we come into this life as a human is that we forget. We forget our connection to infinity and this oneness, and that we are so enormous and so vast. Let me know if any of this resonates with you as you watch, or if you're just like, Emily, you are cuckoo crazy and I don't like you. Or you can be like, okay, some of that resonates with me. And here's what I would invite you to do is tap into the part inside of you that's like, oh yeah, right? And I know for some people, quantum physics or energetics might be very new. So like maybe this is very out there, very like out there concept for you. So like, it's okay to walk away. I know you'll get what you need when you need it and it will resonate with you at that time. And so I think that part of that is like, as humans, we forget. And if you go back to like how your human existence was created, you know, an egg and a sperm, and you became an embryo, those cells began to multiply. That in and of itself is a freaking miracle. Like that's a miracle, right? So we say that's a miracle when it happens, but then ask yourself, at what point did you stop being a miracle? When did you decide that you were no longer a miracle and part of this infinite possibilities? Because those cells began to grow, they became a baby, that baby began to have, you know, arms and eyeballs, and when it came out, in a perfect world, that baby is surrounded by unconditional love and nurturance, and wow, look at all the possibilities that we can infuse and fill and teach and discover, right? This life is like, whoa, and then when did you stop becoming a miracle? When did you stop being part of infinity? And oh my gosh, so many options. And what's been coming up recently with one of my with my mastermind group is that there was a lot of women who were in this group together, and they're like, well, I only have so much time. And they take time into the equation. Suddenly you're like, well, I'm in my 40s, so there's only so much time and all this pressure to live my best life. I have to do it right now. And it's like, oh, wait, what? That's also just a belief. So anyway, let me get back to my thoughts. So part of all this is to realize, even just for a moment, that your spirit extends beyond your physical body. So realizing and accepting that you are not your body. So if I close my eyes, so it's a lot easier to do this when your eyes are closed. When I close my eyes and I think of, who am I? Who am I? Who's Emily? And I close my eyes and I think of Emily. And maybe this is just me. You guys can tell me if you think of differently. I think of Emily inside of my skin suit. I think of Emily as my body, my hair, my skin, my shape, my hair, the color of my hair, the color of my skin, the way that my body feels, the way that my organs feel, the way my bones and muscles feel, the way my stomach growls, where I feel tension and tightness and soreness, and where I have scars. And I think of everything like from the outside coming inward. But what if just for a moment, this was also an illusion? That Emily, who I identify as, and who you identify me as, I am not who I think I am, and I'm not who you think I am. So we hold this container, who Emily is. You hold it, just like I hold it. What does she look like? What does she sound like? What does she talk about? What does she laugh about? What is she annoying? Like all these components. But what if instead of looking inward like this, what if we use this expression to go, where else am I? And I'm not talking about Emily 3D. I'm talking about my soul, my spirit, the deeper me. And so when I do that, and this brings me back to the beginning where I was first talking, when I go back to where do I end? Like my physical body ends right here. But if I go inward and I drop the BS illusion that I am my body, I drop the illusion I am my identity, who I identify as. I drop the illusion I am my thoughts, what I'm thinking. I drop the illusion I am my feelings. And it gets a little scary for some people. Because if I'm none of those things, then where are my edges? How do I feel safe if I am all things? If my energy extends past my physical body, past this room, past the state, and it goes infinitely in every direction, up, down, through all space, time, and dimensions, instantly at all times, always. Who am I? What am I? How am I? But when you open up to that and you realize that you're also the universe, right? You're also God. God is in you, but you're also God. You're the ocean, you're also the droplet. You're your body, but you're also all bodies, everybody. The same cells that make up the stars, the trees, the earth, are also inside of me. We're actually no different. And if you can breathe into that and feel that expansion, then you can start to really play. I know this might seem super crazy and super out there for some people, but what I'm starting to see in my mind's eye is like the layers in which, thanks Steph, the layers in which we are all woven in this amazing web. Nature doesn't make mistakes. When a flower grows from the earth and it comes up and it has these leaves and then buds and then a flower opens, it's like, oh my gosh, that's a beautiful flower. I'm literally made up of the same material as that beautiful flower. I can see the beauty in the flower, but can I see it in me too? I'm getting chills as I say this. We can see outward beauty, but can we see inward beauty? Like this isn't even real. The beauty that you see in trees and nature's in the breeze, in the ocean, in the earth, in other people, it's the same thing that you have inside of yourself. So can you harness that for a moment and see how all things are always in perfect harmony, that nature doesn't make mistakes. The flower didn't just like show up because like an accident happened. Nature doesn't make mistakes. So you're not a mistake. You're a fucking miracle. Sorry. You're a miracle. It just happens. You're a miracle. I'm a miracle. All of this life is a miracle. And everything is so beautifully orchestrated. It's a symphony. The illusion is that you are not part of the symphony. The illusion is that like everything is just happening to you and it just sucks right now and I'm just having a really hard day. No, you think you're having a hard day, but who's thinking the thought? You're the thinker of your thoughts. Be the witness to your thoughts. This is where miracles start to happen. And so you guys know, like I talk about alignment and energy. This is how you get in the flow of energy. When you go outside in nature more often, you're connected to vibration. When you put your feet on the ground, you're connecting with that vibration. When you're drinking water and eating foods that are closer to their natural source, not processed, so full of all kinds of chemicals, you are ingesting and bringing nature into you again. Your system is calling for that life, right? That vitality. If you are eating processed food, it's like, right? Like this, what am I going to get from eating lighter, right? So this is how it all is part of this like life cycle and life force energy. The more life force energy you consume, surround yourself in, expose yourself to, the more you remember. The biggest illusion, back to number one, the biggest illusion is that we forget when we show up into this human existence. We forget. And so if you feel light, connected, joyful, you see beauty, right? That means you are in alignment. That joy, that ease, the beauty, you're in alignment. When you feel negative, harsh, heavy, sad, like all that lower stuff, it's just that you're out. But again, the realization that I'm high or I'm not high, it's your thought. Who is the thinker of the thoughts? And if you have those thoughts, you can choose to think other thoughts. You can choose to shift your reality. You can choose to find that place inside of you that is always blissful, pure, free, forever. And that's where meditation, that's where mantra, that's where connecting to the earth, it comes back in. So these are my morning thoughts. I wanted to share them with you. I know it's a lot, and I kind of jumped around, but if nothing else, I want you to remember what a miracle that you are. And being that you are a miracle, being that you are light, being that you are also source, there is nothing you cannot do, there is nothing you cannot be, and there's nothing you cannot have. Like my body, think of my body as like the universe. I'm not like, I'm trying to manifest an elbow. I don't have to try to manifest an elbow. I have an elbow, right? You're also everything, and all things are also you. So whatever you want wants you. You're all part of it. Thank you. Thank you. Just thank you. My light bulb just went off. How to connect energy with nutrition. Great, Michelle. I love that. I mean, so this is a holistic conversation, not just of our physical body, our energetic body. And the more that you take care of you, that be the change you wish to see in the world. Well, why do you think that is? Because you are also the universe. You are also all things, always, all the time. And the way that time works is it's not linear the way we think. It's all happening simultaneously. And we're experiencing our footprint is like an echo, like karma is like an echo, like what we're putting out there comes back to us. So this is exactly what thanks, Heather. I'm like writing these thoughts down, and I was like, maybe I should share this. I don't know. You guys want to go in the woo-woo rabbit hole? Woo! Giddy up. Let's do this. So I will be sharing more of these with you guys for sure. But I wanted to share this with you today. And if it resonated with you, of course, give me a thumbs up or a hearts. Share it with somebody if you feel like it would help them. And sidebar, I would love to hear your feedback. If there's some of this stuff that like really you had a big question mark on, like what did you just, wait, hold on, Emily, what was that you just said? Let me know in the comments, and I can maybe even do like future podcast episodes on this, and we can go super deep. I'm so glad. You're welcome. So thanks for being here. Thanks for checking out my weird, and have a great rest of your day. Mwah! Lots of love to you. Keep shining your light.